a sick day to you this day of your time. How are you all? All right. All right, thank you. Oh, thank you. For the idea that we are presenting to you in this transmission today, we would like to present a present in the present for you that we have called the Circle of Self-Empowerment. This is a very powerful permission slip that you can utilize to harmonize and synchronize and amplify the vibrational frequencies of the neurological net in your brain. You will, at various times in your lives, depending upon what you're doing, what state you're in, experience many of these vibrational states that are listed on the papers that you have in your hands. But by going through them in a particular way, by focusing on them, by meditating on them in a particular way, you can increase the conductivity of your brain, and then create an overall effect that will allow for an experience of acceleration in your lives. Because when you train yourselves to get used to the relationship between all these different brainwave states and practice going through this spiraling circle of self-empowerment permission slip for about 15 minutes a day, up to you, but that's about the average time that will allow it to work best, then you can allow yourself to find that as you go through the course of your day, and as you shift from one state to another for a variety of reasons, it will give you more capability. It will enhance your ability to shift more smoothly, to be more conscious and aware of the state you are in, and also to shift to those states more consciously, more intentionally when you need to. Thus, allowing you to access what you need exactly when you need to in a more aware state, utilizing these different brainwave states as tools to improve your perception, to enhance your sensitivity to receive higher frequency energies and information and messages that are important and relevant for your journey, your theme of exploration in this life. So let us now take you through briefly how this permission slip will work. Now, as you can see, there are 7 basic brainwave states that we are covering in this permission slip. We begin with the lowest frequency, that is called epsilon. Now, something that needs to be understood. Even though epsilon is the lowest frequency at only about 1/2 cycle per second, it is one of the most powerful frequencies in your paint box of the brain, because it lays a foundation not only for all the interim frequencies above it, but when you reach the highest frequency in this exercise, the lambda frequency, between 100 and 200 cycles per second in your brain, there is a particular and specific relationship between the epsilon low frequency and the lambda highest frequency that we will explain in a few minutes as we go through this particular permission slip, as we explain the different levels. Next, above the epsilon level, you have the delta level, which you more often than not will experience when you're asleep, in a deep sleep or a deep healing state. Then you will find the theta level, which will allow you to experience certain states of cognition, awareness, precognition, psychic functioning, and so forth, connecting you in a very specific way to informational access that exists within creation. Then you have the alpha level, which allows for a profound state of relaxation and alignment between the body and the mind and the spirit. And then you have the beta state, which is what you would call your typical waking state, that which most of you are in right now in general, that allows for the ability to perceive and experience your physical reality through your personality construct in a very clear and concise way. And then you have the gamma state, 40 cycles a second up to 100, that allows you the opportunity to connect to different dimensional levels of awareness and information. This is what has typically been called the channeling state, so that when you are doing something you're passionate about, something you love to do, you will find that you will typically be somewhere in that gamma range. Now, some individuals on your planet will recognize that there is gamma and that there is high gamma, so you can, if you wish, split the idea between 40 cycles per second and 100 cycles per second into two groups, if you wish, but you don't have to do that. Nevertheless, it allows you the connectivity to other dimensional awareness, other levels of consciousness, other beings that might operate on the same level in other realities and make connections not only to your higher mind, but to other consciousnesses as well. And then there is the lambda state, 100 to 200 cycles per second. That is a state of hyperconductivity that allows you to truly experience connection to creation, connection to source, what you would call pure inspirational insight, pure revelatory insight, and many other phenomena. These are general representations, and you have a little bit more of a detailed explanation of each of these levels in your hand on these papers. But the most profound thing to understand when you arrive at the lambda state, say for example operating at about 200 cycles per second in your brain, where everything is quite well synchronized and harmonized and organized in such a way as to synthesize and process information and awareness at a very high level, something profound happens here. There is a deep connection between the highest state, the lambda state, and the lowest state, the epsilon state. That is why you can see on the spiral in the diagram that there is then, when you reach the very center of the spiral, it crosses over directly back to the epsilon state. They are linked in a specific way, like the following illustration. So, imagine in your mind the idea, say, of the epsilon state as a very slow wavelength like this, 1/2 cycle per second, or 1 cycle every 2 seconds, very slow. But now imagine the idea of the lambda state, very high, vibrating very quickly, high frequency, much higher than even the body can produce. But it's an illustration, you get the point. But the idea is that when you reach the highest levels, the lambda state itself, something very interesting happens. There is a harmonic relationship that begins to reveal itself in the following way. Whereas you might not perceive in the other states anything but the pure frequency itself, let's say in gamma, going along 40 to 100 cycles per second. When you get above 100 to 200 in the lambda state, not only is the vibrational frequency going like this, moving forward in time, but it's also going like this, exemplifying and illustrating the foundational level that underlies it of the epsilon state. So you have a very fast frequency moving on a wave that is very slow, as if it is being carried by that wave. So they are interlinked at that point and form a circle, a cycle that amplifies itself, boots itself back up, and continues to evolve and revolve and cycle through your brain waves, your chemistry, your neurology, the electrochemical, informational transmission sources within you. So this is the idea behind this particular permission slip, the circle of self-empowerment, is that when you start to meditate for 15 minutes, starting with the epsilon frequency, and you can find actual representations of all of these frequencies on your internet if you wish to actually hear them through your ears, but even just focusing on the idea of the epsilon state by looking at where that spiral begins and slowly over that 15 minutes following that spiral through all the different frequencies, being aware of what each of those frequencies are for and what they represent, what they reflect, what they symbolize, what they allow you to experience. As you go and follow that spiral over the course of that 15 minutes, give yourself time to really feel out and live in and immerse yourself in each of those frequency ideas. Approximately 2 minutes each, roughly, to get your 14, 15-minute meditation. Going through them, all 7 of them, and spiraling down to the center. And then at the very last, in the very center, when you reach that center of the high lambda frequency, when the coil is wound very tight, allow yourself to feel that burst as energy and information goes out from you into the cosmos, but also then goes inward and cross-connects back again to that epsilon frequency. But knowing that on top of that is the lambda frequency. And allow the two to merge and mesh until you softly allow the epsilon frequency to come back and dominate. And then relax. And know that you have given your neurological net in your brain a particular kind of workout, a particular kind of exercise to get it to start being more familiar with the range in that order, so that again you can create smoother transitions from one state to the other. And as you do this, over the course of 1 to 2 to 3 months, if you wish, up to you, your pace, it's fine, trust your imagination, but we're giving you the general idea of how this works, and 14 to 15 minutes is all that's necessary in any given day. That's all. Beyond that, it kind of gets fuzzy in the way that your brain processes things. So 15 minutes is the transition time for your brain to optimally absorb the energy of this permission slip. So just go through it that way, gently, softly, with fun, feeling those feelings, those vibrations in your imagination, understanding what each reflects and symbolizes and represents within you. And over time, you will start to feel yourself shifting to these different frequencies as you need to during the course of any given day, and will start to develop more ability to actually shift yourself to those frequencies when you need to, with very, very, very little work or effort involved. It just will be something that will snap to that level over time. You'll get used to it, and thus you can more consciously guide your brainwave frequencies into the proper states you need to be receiving what you need to receive that is representative from that state. Does this make sense? All right, so use it as your imagination instructs, as your higher mind guides. Trust how it will work for you. It can be altered slightly here and there. We're giving you the general average that works for most of you. So have fun with this. You will find some profound effects happening in your life. Again, one of which may be an extreme increase and expansion of the organizing principle of synchronicity, bringing you exactly what you need, exactly when you need it. So happy birthday. We thank you for allowing us to give you this gift this day of your time, and we would like to continue sharing with you now for the gift that you are giving us in allowing us to experience each and every one of you. Please be not
accessible.
exactly a want, but I understand what you mean. It's a need. It's a
Yes.
need to share who you are, a need to express who you are, giving others the opportunity to awaken to who they are.
Right.
But it's not something that you must insist must happen.
Right. So what I find now, and I'm
Yes.
not beyond this,
Yes.
is that often people, in pushing against a reality so strongly, they end up spinning their wheels in hurt and pain and anger.
Yes.
And really can't move past that. We see that every day in the news.
Yes.
So how could we apply your teachings and the laws that you talk about to truly and better reach those goals?
Well, again, you already expressed it. It's about knowing yourself and empowering your true self. Because when you understand that you are already as powerful as you need to be and express your joy and passion in life and function as a living example to others that they could, by learning the same ideas, live that way too, then they will choose to change and match that frequency, and there's no struggle involved. You're just walking through life as a living example.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Because again, it's not about the fact that you need anyone to change. In fact, you can't change anyone.
Right.
And in fact, you never actually change the world you're in. You change yourself, and you shift to another version of Earth that is already more reflective of the change you made within yourself.
Right.
You understand?
So ultimately, we're not, if there is social change, social progress, it's not that we're solving the solution permanently forever. It's that we're leaving the possibility of all experiences open to anyone who chooses to resonate with certain realities.
Exactly, because then people can choose what they wish or prefer to experience and leave behind the realities in which people are experiencing something different.
Right.
It doesn't erase those realities,
Right.
but it does remove the experience from your reality because it was never in your reality. You've removed yourself from a reality where those experiences are possible.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Is that helping?
Yes.
Does that answer your question?
Yes. Can I ask another question?
That was a question. You want to ask another one?
Yes.
All right.
So there are two experiences that I have that feel very similarly physically.
Yes.
One is when I'm opened up and expanded in my consciousness, and it feels like I'm channeling wisdom.
Well, you probably are.
And in those moments, my body sometimes shakes, just like higher
Yes.
energy frequency, you know?
Yes, because you're not really used to that frequency yet, and there may be a few little, well, let's just call them resistances.
Right.
And therefore, until you are really trusting it fully and allowing it to flow through you in a superconductive way, you may find that the resistances may sometimes make your body shake.
And so I have a similar physical response to sometimes when I hear really high consciousness information.
Exactly.
Or really empowering, like even if I listen to a podcast and I like what they're talking about.
Well, it's the same thing. It's high frequency energy, high frequency information. There's no difference.
And so what's the best way of acclimating physically to that higher frequency?
Acting on your highest passion to the best that you are able, with no insistence on the outcome. Because by acting on your passion, what are you doing? You're raising your frequency. You're getting used to a higher frequency. And it makes you a better receiver and processor and conduit of similar higher frequency energies. When we talk about the idea that that's the formula that activates the kit and say that this is the entire instruction manual, we mean it is the entire instruction manual. We're not leaving anything out.
Okay.
So that's the answer to all questions of that nature. Act on your passion. It'll activate all the tools in the kit, the driving engine, the organizing principle of synchronicity, the path of least resistance, the path that connects you to all expressions of excitement, that which supports you in life, the reflective mirror that reveals to you anything that's out of alignment with your preferred vibration, and by simply always choosing to stay in a positive state and give positive meaning, no matter what happens, you will always get the positive and beneficial effect of whatever manifests from the actions that you took. That's the entire instruction manual. We can always go into greater detail of each of those components to allow people to really wrap their minds around it. But that's all we're doing is breaking down the components of that instruction manual. There are no other instructions beyond it.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes.
Does that help?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Thank you.
Can I ask one more question?
Well, I guess that was your last question because you just asked it.
Okay. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Trust your timing. Everything will be fine.
Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
Greetings from Brazil.
All right.
I was reading the book, the Blueprint for a Change,
Yes.
this week, preparing myself for this.
Oh, all right.
And you said in the book that we are all gods.
All,
Gods.
well, in a sense, yes. You are all aspects of one thing. So you're all the creators of your reality experience. You are all aspects of God.
Yes, I was wondering if this is a proof, like for a lack of a better word, that we have that we have free will.
Yes, of course you do.
Okay.
But you create your own destiny too. Mm-hmm. As we said, again, speaking linearly, before the life, you may create a theme that you will explore. That theme is what you will explore. That's your destiny, but you chose it. But within the exploration of that theme, that destiny, you have the free will to explore it however you wish. You can be happy, you can be sad, you can be fast, you can be slow, you can be up, you can be down, you can be backwards, you can be forwards, side to side, this or that. That's your free will exploring the destiny of the theme you chose.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yes.
All right.
I have another question regarding to
Yes.
the book. Is you said that one thing that we have here in our planet is guilt.
Yes.
And guilt is the worst. It's not the worst, but it's the opposite of love.
Yes.
It's exactly
because
that.
you're completely devaluing yourself.
Uh-huh. And
I'm not saying that you can't have a conscience. That's not the same thing as guilt. Mm-hmm. The idea is you can empathize and realize when you might be out of alignment and desire to bring yourself back into alignment, and that you might have taken an action that has consequences that are out of alignment with who you prefer to be. Mm-hmm. But feeling guilty about it only perpetuates the misalignment.
Okay.
It's knowing that you are learning something from having gone out of alignment and learned that you don't prefer to be out of alignment, and then bringing yourself back into alignment that precludes a need to feel guilt. But you can have a conscience and recognize that you are out of alignment.
Okay.
But if you add guilt to it, you're only making it take longer to come back into alignment. Because guilt is a devaluation of the fact that you went out of alignment. So you're heaping negativity on top of negativity. Instead of saying, oops, this is not what I prefer. I have now learned a lesson. I bring myself back into alignment. Therefore, no guilt necessary because I am learning something from it. Mm-hmm. Make sense?
Yes, but I was wondering why are we have here in our planet the judicial systems, the law system. Because
why do you have it?
Yeah, because
you don't know how to behave, because you don't know who you are. So you have to tell someone how you should behave so you won't kill each other.
Okay, how this works in your planet?
We don't have that because we know who we are. We value everyone as an individual and know that they belong, and thus we operate on pure synchronism. Everything is exactly happening exactly the way it needs to, when it needs to, with whom it needs to.
Okay, so
we don't need anyone to tell us how to do it because it's innately within us. It's innately within all of you. It's just that we're reminding you of that fact and helping you awaken to that fact so you can experience the same thing that we do if you prefer to.
Mm-hmm. But this judicial system wouldn't be reinforcing the guilt, the system of guilt?
Well, of course, I'm not saying that you don't exude the guilt into all the systems on your planet. Of course you do. because you are creating them in your image. So if you feel guilt, you're going to create a system that perpetuates the idea because you don't want to feel alone. Remember when we said misery loves company? So if you believe that you are unworthy, you are only capable of creating systems that reinforce unworthiness. You can't create something you're not the vibration of.
So how can we create a new system?
Shall I repeat the formula again? You validate every single individual difference. You act on your highest passion. You be yourself as fully as you can. And that's all it takes to start the ball of synchronism rolling if more and more people are willing to do that.
Okay.
And not be in fear. Yes?
Yes.
That's all it takes.
Okay.
When you see how easy this is and how easy it's always been, you'll all shock yourselves. Why didn't we do this sooner? It's really not difficult at all. You've just been taught to believe that it is. So you think it's going to be a struggle to change that. It's not. It's not.
I find myself working on changing my beliefs.
Yes, well, that's the point.
Yeah, but it's hard. It's really
That's
hard.
a belief. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not a fact that it's hard. It's an opinion that it's hard. It's a perspective that it's hard. It's a belief that it's hard. It's not a fact.
Okay.
That's where you all get yourselves into trouble. When you think the things coming out of your mouths are facts. There's no such thing as an inherently difficult situation. It's just that when you believe it's difficult, you can only experience it that way. Therefore, it shouldn't be surprising that you think it's hard. But you have to understand that the only reason you experience it that way is because you thought, you believed, you defined it to be hard to begin with.
Okay.
It's the definition that creates the experience. An experience might reinforce a definition, but the definition had to be there first in order for you to have any experience at all. If there was no definition, there would be no experience. So when you hear yourself saying things like, but it's hard to change, stop yourself, catch yourself, listen to yourself, and go, wait a minute, that's not a fact. It's something I've been taught to believe is true. And I don't have to believe that.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
All right.
Thank you.
Sound like a bunch of balloons popping.
Okay. Happy birthday, Bashar.
Thank you and good day.
I would like to ask you, what can I do to help humanity and myself to reach a higher level of conscience?
Are you acting on your highest passion every moment that you can with no insistence on the outcome? Hesitation usually means no.
As much as I can, I do.
That's all you need to do.
Yeah,
That's
sometimes
all
you have to do what you have to do.
to do. Do the best you can. Keep looking for ways to do better and just do the best you can. That's all you need to do. You get to decide what your passion and your expressions are. And that's all it takes, is the willingness to continue to grow and be more and more capable, more and more willing to act on your passion sooner and sooner and sooner. That's all it takes. It's that simple. It really is that simple. And when you understand it's that simple, you will realize that a lot of these questions are not different questions. They're the same question in different clothing.
Exactly.
And they have the same answer.
That's how I feel when you're answering her.
Yes,
Yeah.
because it is the same question. So it's going to have the same answer. Go to the instruction manual. Follow the formula. We're giving you the instruction manual because that's what works. We're not hiding anything from you. We're not going to tell them about this. This is too good. We'll keep this to ourselves. Their planet can't possibly understand this. Too good for them because they're all so guilty. And do we feel guilty about not giving them the instruction manual? No! Because we are giving you the instruction manual. All of it. Understand, please. Understand. When we talk about these principles as an instruction manual, and maybe this illustration will help crystallize this for you in your reality, it is no different than an instruction manual someone would give you to learn how to operate a piece of machinery or drive one of your automobiles. It's no different. When you actually follow the instructions precisely, you will get the effect the instructions are designed to deliver. Just like when you learn to drive an automobile, someone hands you a key. Oh, what's that do? Look at the instruction manual. I'm supposed to put this in this slot called an ignition. Oh, now I'm supposed to turn it. I should hear the engine start. Oh, I do. Now I will step on this pedal called a brake. Yes, I'm following the instruction. Oh, now I shift this stick into this gear called drive. Yes. Now I take my foot off the brake carefully. I step on this brake called the gas pedal carefully. And oh, look, the car is moving. I wonder why the car is moving. I guess I must have followed the instructions. That's all you need to do.
I love you.
We love you too. That's why we are giving you something that is so simple, so easy, so much fun, and reminding you that it isn't any more difficult than that. Yes, we understand that you might need practice, just as you might need practice to drive one of your automobiles, but that's okay. Just because you need practice doesn't mean that there are any more instructions in the manual for how to operate the car. Everything else is just about getting used to the idea of how driving the car needs to be done in a social context that allows everyone to operate in the most synchronous way. But synchronicity is part of the instruction manual. So if you just drive the car in the way you were instructed, and you are the person that you need to be driving the car, then you will experience the interaction in a positive, beneficial way, no matter how it looks, no matter what happens. Because remember, it's not about what happens. It's about what you do with what happens that matters.
Yeah.
Yes?
Absolutely.
Does this help?
A lot.
All right.
And I have another question.
Yes.
It's integrated with this one too. I believe that we came in general to help each other.
Yes.
To accelerate this.
You are all
ascension.
mirrors for each other, of course.
Yeah, but I believe too that you in particular, which one in particular have like a specific purpose that we came here.
Yes.
On top of that.
But that's your theme. But your purpose is to be yourself. That's your purpose. To be yourself as fully as you can. There are many ways to express your purpose. But those are expressions of your purpose.
Is
the
there
passion.
an expression that I came to do that I'm not doing yet?
Are you following all the passions you can possibly be aware of? Are you doing the things you are passionate about? Yes or no?
Yes. Yeah.
Then that's it. If there are other things that are reflective of your passion, won't they be revealed to you in proper timing as opportunities by the organizing principle of synchronicity?
Yes.
Then there you go. If you are doing everything and acting on it to the best of your ability of everything you're aware of right now, what more could you possibly be doing? Nothing.
Practicing the gift that you just gave us today.
All right, then. That's your next step, perhaps,
That's
for
my
you.
next step, exactly.
All right. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. And I have one more question.
Do
I
you?
would love to help the people in my native language to
Yes.
know more about the Sasani principles
Yes.
and level of consciousness. How can I do that?
Well, there are many ways. Obviously, you can explain it to them in your own language. Yes?
That's
No?
how I would like to know how I could do that. Yeah, I can explain
What do you mean?
them.
You have a mouth.
Yeah, I could do.
Or you can also discuss with the organization that handles the information how they may assist you in providing such information or
Alright.
such translations of the information.
Exactly, that's what I wanted.
Well, then you have to take it up with the people on
I
Earth.
feel that they are very thirsty for those things and they don't have so much access because of the language, the barrier
Then
of the
you may
language.
be the one that helps create more access to it by working with the people who have been assigned to do that.
Okay,
Yes?
yep,
All right.
perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Tadeo.
Nania,
Happy birthday.
thank you. Is it time for your nourishment already?
Well, it may be, unless you want to do some more people. It's about 12 o'clock.
Are you all hungry?
How many more names?
Why don't you start with one and we'll see how it goes.
Okay. Alexis Walters. She's coming. So are you having a fun day?
Always.
But isn't this like a super fun day?
Always.
So does it ever just keep getting better and better?
Always.
That's the nature of existence, isn't it?
Yes.
Except you can feel it because you don't think neurotic thoughts.
Is that fun for your people?
Well, we've honed it to a fine art.
All right, yes. You do realize that we call you the masters of limitation, yes?
Yes.
All right.
Anyway, we're glad to have your non-neurotic consciousness to interact with. It's so incredibly balancing. Thank you.
Well, you're the one balancing yourselves. We thank you for taking the cue.
Thank you, Bashar.
Hello.
And you, good day.
You have spoken about this lifetime there being an opportunity for people to explore another theme without dying.
Yes.
Can you
That's one
speak
of
more
the
about
themes of this lifetime, that you can change themes without dying.
And how would that look exactly?
Synchronistically, it will come to you.
Okay.
Remember that your theme is usually represented by the kind of challenges that crop up in your life. So suddenly you would start having a different kind of a challenge. You would recognize that the subject matter has shifted.
Okay. And so it would just be a lengthening of the actual lifespan in terms of linear time?
Depends on the theme.
Okay.
Sometimes you can have several themes within what might have originally been the lifespan. Sometimes you will extend the lifespan in order to accommodate the additional themes. It just depends.
And that could include like going to other planets and...
Well, maybe. Depends. For some of you, this will be a reality. Not for everyone yet.
Sure. Okay. And my other question is about the mechanics of the splitting of timelines into parallel realities.
Yes.
And hi, and how that would work. So if I'm
It's
shifting,
resonance.
okay,
Resonance. Similar again to the idea that there are different frequencies for television programs that come through the same television. When you change the channel, you're on a different frequency, yes?
I guess my question is more in relationship to people in your life that may be not going to that same frequency. So in other words, if I switch frequencies and I'm switching to a parallel reality where I'm living my highest excitement, is that going to be a reality where everyone I know is also living their highest excitement, or will
No,
people
not necessarily.
fall away?
Not
Okay.
necessarily. If someone hasn't chosen to have a representation of themselves in that reality vibration, you may never see them again.
Okay, and that's as simple as it would be, that they would just fall away from my life.
Yes.
Okay.
It can be that simple. Where did George go? Well, I don't know. Haven't seen him in ages.
So we would actually think to ask that question, it wouldn't just
Not
be...
necessarily. You might, but you might not. There just may be a reality where there never has been a George.
Okay.
So you wouldn't think to ask the question. It depends on how solidly you create the new history for yourself and what
Okay.
you need to know about the other one or don't need to know about the other one.
And final question. My husband and I have small children, and so a lot of times...
You mean like this?
Yeah, very, very small, 2 inches.
Well, you must have to be very careful moving around the house.
We do. It's a lot of concern. So there are often things that need to be done, of
Yes.
course, like in anybody's life,
Yes.
that feel like they're not my highest excitement,
Then
but
maybe you're not doing them in the most exciting way you could be, or you're not allowing your excitement to attract someone who would find it exciting to help you do those things.
okay, I get that.
That can be part of the definition of your excitement, you know.
Okay, so really just working with either creating a different excitement or redefining how I'm doing what I need to do currently. Okay, perfect.
Because remember, the total definition of excitement is to not only do the thing that excites you, but do it how it excites you, where it excites you, with whom it excites you. Do you understand? All the components have to be equally exciting, and that can open you up to a number of different ways of experiencing your excitement and attracting what you need to continue to be allowed to experience your excitement if it is truly necessary. But
Okay.
first and foremost, always make sure you're not the one dampening your excitement with a definition that doesn't allow you to do it in a way that could be exciting. Just
Okay.
because you have preconceived notions of, well, everyone knows this can't be exciting. No, everyone doesn't know that. You have to use your imagination to find out if it really isn't reflective of your excitement to do it this way, or if you're the one coloring it just because you have certain definitions that aren't allowing you to see how it could actually be one of the most exciting things you could be doing.
Okay, great.
Just needs honest self-evaluation, that's all.
Okay,
Does
thank
that
you
help?
very much. It does help.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you.
So, another question?
One more.
Okay. Nicole D. with a heart. So I just wanted to mention, this is kind of cool, because she just came over to me and she handed me a question, and she said, I really wish you could ask this question for me.
All
So,
right.
That was cool.
Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
I'm so happy. Finally, I got it.
All right.
I can speak with you. I have a question. Have I been abducted?
Yes. Thank you, goodbye.
Could you tell me which age I was?
Oh, it started somewhere around 7. A lot of them happened between 7 and 13 to 16 or so. It has tapered off, but there have been a few as an adult.
Phew, wow. Do I have any device chip in me right now?
Any device?
Yes, chip or any chip.
Not in the way that you understand that. That technology is outdated. The idea is that all it requires now is a simple, slight alteration of your genetic material to be able to track you anywhere.
I wanted to ask about my very strange experience that I have when I go to sleep.
Yes, what is that?
Between I fell to sleep, I have a feeling that something comes into me or through me.
Well, it's a vibrational energy that is usually representative of shifting from one dimension to another. Sometimes people will feel it as a presence. Sometimes they will feel it as paralysis. Sometimes they will feel that they are expanding or contracting, or the temperature may be changing or shifting, or you can feel it in any number of ways, but it's usually representative of shifting dimensional frequencies.
So it's good.
Well, it's what gets you where you need to go.
Wow. So why is it so painful?
Because you're not used to it and you're resisting it because you don't understand what it is. If you just let go, it won't be painful.
And another feeling that I had a couple times, that I was sitting in my room, and then I could see myself being somewhere else at the same
Yes.
time, and then somewhere else, and then come back.
Yes. Well, again, you're expanding your consciousness, which allows you to see multiple versions of different realities overlapping simultaneously. It's one of the side effects of the expansion of consciousness, to be capable of perceiving more than one version of yourself in one time frame or another.
Well, can I be confused or lost somewhere between?
Can you be confused about what?
I mean,
Speak up, speak up.
what if I'm in the room and then I end up being somewhere else?
So what?
How do I get back?
By seeing yourself back in the same way you saw yourself somewhere else. You're gaining practice at learning how to move in the spirit world more easily, in another dimension more easily, just by thinking about where you wish to be and being there. You're not going to get stuck.
Okay.
As soon as you think about being back, you'll be back.
Okay. And my friend asked me about the Great China Wall. Who built the Great China Wall and why? Could you share
Who
that?
built the Great Wall of China?
Yes.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say the Chinese.
Because Russians claim they did it.
There was cooperation, yes.
Oh.
And they did it to generally keep foreign invaders out.
Okay.
Does that help you?
Yes, perfect. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome.
Thank you.
Pleasant dreams. At this timing, it would be beneficial for you to go and nourish your bodies, and then you can